There we go. So here we are again. Hello, welcome. Thank you for joining me. We are going to do two things today. We're going to, as ever, do our intention work for the medics and the logistics support staff, all of that. That's a regular feature. But what we're also going to be doing is looking at releasing fears of the future, really. Excuse me, my computer just needs a bit of attention here. There we go. So, yes, so fear of the future. Now we have got another bottle today. This one, beautiful. We've got yellow and I hope you can see that turquoise. So this is the challenge that we are facing mentally, if you like. And also this is my big life challenge. This is absolutely such a challenge. In the yellow, what we have is the thought process, the analysis, the worrying about things, the over-analysing, the triply, quadruply analysing things before we can move forwards. And the yellow is the colour which also, when that's blocked, that's when we get fear. So we go into mega meltdown, worry, stress, anxiety, triply analysing, worrying about the future, blocks the energy centres associated with yellow. And this is actually something which comes into our language. You know, people don't realise how powerful colour is, but it's very powerful. And you have the expression like somebody being yellow, meaning they're a coward, which means that the yellow power is blocked. And this is the challenge that we have. We have, on one angle, we have fear and over analysis and getting into paralysis because of that. But when this begins to flow, we are then using our intellect, using our logic, using our intelligence. So this needs to be flowing. Then in the turquoise is, well, it's trust and faith and letting go and going with the flow, which is even more challenging. Oh my goodness. I mean, obviously there are people who are, you know, big on faith and can easily let go and go with the flow and just trust that things are going to work out the way they're meant to. And then there are people like me who could not be further from that page despite many years of trying. And what we have with the turquoise is that challenge, I keep using the word, but it's true, that challenge to let go of the control of the outcome and allow things to work out and develop and evolve. And this is so hard for so many of us. I so get this one. So in fact, yes, so someone's asking me what bottle number this is. This is number 28, which is called New Beginnings. Very appropriate. When we get all through this, there's going to be a lot of new beginnings. And we have a choice. We can either go with or allow ourselves to be overwhelmed and crushed by what most people's minds will automatically do, which is to go into fear and meltdown and stress and a complete paralysis. That is the kind of the natural instinct whenever there's a big change. On the other hand, if we are aware that that is a weakness, and pretty much I've never met anyone who really wasn't going to fall into that category, what we have is bringing in your conscious awareness to try and shift that, to be aware that that is a weakness, but to say, okay, things are changing. I cannot do anything about this on the big scale, but what I can do is to allow myself to evolve along with it, to get the faith and the trust that I can find that, you know, we will get through this. We are resilient enough that I personally do have the strength to do this, and all of those things. So this is such an important energy. This conflict, inner conflict between trying to stay as things are, trying to keep locked in the past, trying to overanalyze, trying to hold on to how things used to be, we know that's just not going to be possible anymore. So if we stay with that energy, we're just going to fight it, and it's going to get worse. So knowing we can't do anything about it, if we can consciously move ourselves onto a new pathway, which is, okay, things are changing, but I'm going to allow this to happen. I'm going to let go of the things in the past as best I can and allow that flow and evolution to occur. So that's what we're going to be doing with this. So very important. But I don't think we could have done this before we've done the work that we've done in previous weeks with sorting out the burnout and the financial stuff. We're probably going to come back to those things, but I think now is the time to bring this in. And my computer has just gone into helicopter mode with the fan, which is usually a sign that we're about to do some energy work. So what I would like you to do is to relax, close your eyes, and just take a moment to center in your body. That just means bring your attention away from whatever mental processes your brain has been churning over, and just bring an awareness of your physical self. So bringing your attention into your heart, into your chest. Just try and make that connection with your breathing, with your heartbeat. There's no right or wrong way to do this. It's whatever way works best for you. Okay, so I want you to now imagine that you're surrounded by beautiful colours. And they're swirling. It's a beautiful rainbow. But as those colours begin to swirl, you find yourself coming through that, and what you're seeing is now a beautiful turquoise sea. And above that is beautiful yellow light from the sun. And this is it's a beautiful, tranquil turquoise ocean. And you can feel the warmth of that sun on your skin. Just take a moment or two to allow that feeling, or that vision, or that picture to really soak in. So now I want you to really imagine those colours, the turquoise and the yellow, beginning to soak into your skin. And they go through your skin into your tissues, your muscles, your bones, your bloodstream, into all of your internal organs. Feel yourself breathing it in. And it feels safe, feels comfortable. And you can imagine the colours filling your head. So it's as if you're now really lighted up from inside. the yellow and the turquoise. So now let's ask that our own version of this conflict between the fear and the control and the over-analysis at one end, and then the allowing, the moving forwards, the evolution at the other. Allow that conflict, however that's manifesting in your life, in your body, in your thoughts, your worries, allow that to really just flag up. And these blocks are always, it's kind of like a non-resolving loop. You kind of get stuck in these places. Because there's that part of your mind that simply doesn't want to let go of how things are, wants to control everything, wants to make sure that nothing changes. Okay, so now this is going to bring in this understanding, this higher understanding, that just isn't an option. That's not on the table. And the more we try to cling to that energetically, the more that will then generate stress and anxiety and fears and worries. And that's going to make our well-being plummet in so many ways. Just allowing those blocks to flag up for you. And to now bring in the understanding that what is going to make us feel better, be less stressed, less anxious, what's going to make our physical well-being better is if we accept that we can't keep everything the same and instead allow things to start to flow and evolve, even if we don't know where the end point is going to be. This is something I've totally lived through in the past, when I was completely stuck on mentally trying to keep things the same, control everything. That's when I was spiraling into burnout. And when I've finally learned to release a little bit, allow things to flow a little bit, immediately things started to get better. It's hard. I so get it that it's hard. But when we do release that grip, that control, that's when things can begin to flow. So I want you to imagine the yellow and the turquoise flowing through all of these blocks, your stresses, anything that your mind, whether you know it or not, is clinging onto, saying, I have to control this. Because that's never going to be good for you. So now you can imagine all of those blocked places gradually beginning to loosen up. The colour's just dissolving it. We don't need to analyse it. Imagine the colour dissolving all of those locked places, those fears, these subconscious vows that you have to keep something the same for all eternity. Never, ever helpful. So just hold on to the colour, allow the colour to flow through. Just going to do that for a few moments. So feel those knots releasing. And now the energy can begin to flow through so much better. You can imagine that or visualize it. Imagine it flowing through your subconscious, through your thoughts, through your conscious mind, allowing new possibilities to come in, allowing things to move forward. And now imagine also those colours flowing through into your life, how things are at the moment, but imagine them flowing into the future. Next month, next 6 months, the next year. And you can imagine or visualize everything changed, yes, but fitting back into something that can feel safe, something that can feel normal. Because what we need is the energy to flow. It's when it's locked and stagnant that we get all the problems. Just holding that energy, allowing it to flow. Okay. So now you can bring your attention back to this beautiful turquoise sea and the yellow sun. And you can imagine that this is the new day, the future. And we can see it with sort of positive energy, with life force. And we can feel that extending to all of us here on the call, everyone who's going to listen to the recording. Now imagine it expanding out further. So it's now encompassing all of your family, all of your friends, everyone you work with, all of your neighbours. Being in that really positive vibration that we can create a good future. Okay. So now what we're going to do is slightly different to last time. We're going to send this energy to all of the healthcare services and all the medics and all the support staff and all the logistics. So in whatever way works for you, imagine sending this beautiful, positive, life-affirming energy. So you can see it going into the individuals, you can see it going into the buildings, you can see it changing things. So bring in your own personal intention for a swift way through. And you can allow that anywhere that needs this boost of life force, this boost of positive energy, that we're just going to send it there now. We don't need to know exactly what that is. We can just imagine that energy, and with our group intention, we're going to magnify the effect. Really focus on that positive intention. Now let's add in the energy, literally clearing away, cleansing away the virus itself, the energy of the virus. So we can send it as a big decontamination, clearing away all of that from the individuals, from the buildings, from all the equipment. Let's focus all of your energy, your mental energy, your focus into that intention. Now imagine all of that power returning to the whole situation, to all of the medical staff, support staff, logistics staff, power returning to everyone who is sick, Feel the strength coming back into those individuals in whatever way they need. And then with our intention, we're going to ask that that energy, that support, that power continues to flow even when we have come off the call. Just put that intention out there. Okay, lovely. So now I want you to imagine beautiful copper energy flowing up through your legs, up through your body, right down to your fingertips, right through your head, soaking into all of your cells, just integrating, anchoring, processing all the new information so that it's easy to hold on to, it becomes normal, automatic for you to have this understanding, allow this flow of energy. Just be with that for a moment or two. And then when you're ready, open your eyes. Not help us. So I'm just going to leave you with, look at our beautiful New Beginnings bottle. So what we want is that in the turquoise, we have flow, we have trust and faith in the future, that we can get there, that we can create something that is new and beautiful and allow that to happen. And the yellow can then be joy, it can be using our intelligence, making appropriate decisions, rather than us being locked in fear and worry and overwhelm. Okay, so that's it for me today. It's lovely to see you here. I hope that you are all remaining well and your families, and I will send you lots of love, and I will see you next time.